Hello and welcome to this episode of Straight Talk, my weekly discussions and conversations with people who matter, people who make news, and people who are important in the political newscape during that particular week or even earlier and beyond. Our guest today is very special. Most people in Goa, especially South Goa, know Vishal Pai Cacode. He's a Goa based political analyst, a veteran Congress ideologue, and of course, needless to add, a long term and a long time Congress supporter and a hardcore Goan and a Goan lover. He has been in the news over the last week because he has written a letter, a painstaking letter to the Congress General Secretary organization, where he questions that the Congress has failed to create a second line of leadership and why the same leaders are promoted despite repeated failures, why the Political Affairs Committee of the Congress GPCC was not constituted after November 2022, why a builder businessman was appointed as a GPCC treasurer, and why the Congress appears to celebrate the success of other parties instead of rebuilding itself. More importantly, Vishal Bab's letter, Saath Sawaal, to Mr. KC Venugopal was not presented as an attack from outside. It was a warning from a long term Congress supporter and ideologue asking for internal democracy, accountability, merit based leadership, and respect for loyal workers in the Goa Congress. Vishal Bab, thank you very much for accepting our invitation to be here.
Yeah, my
What
pleasure.
is
And namaste, Sujay. My pleasure.
Namaste, Vishal Bab. Vishal Bab, if I can begin with asking this question, your open letter to Mr. KC Venugopal has been described as Saath Sawal for the sake of the Congress. Let me begin with a basic question. Was this a letter of anger or disappointment or warning or still of hope?
See, this letter is a combination of everything, all 4 points what you just mentioned. It is a letter of frustration over the inaction of the Congress in last 12 years or 14 years of taking corrective steps, and letting down of the hardcore Congress loyalists time and again. And the only hope is better sense will prevail and they are going to take some corrective actions.
Vishal Bab, you speak about 12 years. Why did you choose to write the letter at this point of time? Because the Congress has been going through a lot of trouble, a lot of frustrations, more downs than ups. We know what happened in 2017. Of course, the journey started from 2012 itself. What was special today in 2026 where the dam broke, as it were, and you exploded? Because you didn't explode in this kind of a manner even in 27 or 2022.
Yeah, Mr. Sujay, see, although I was associated with the Congress and I have remained always loyal to the Congress ideology since 1979, it is only in 2020 onwards that I got an opportunity to work closely with the organizational matters. Although I am not holding any position in the party, I was very much instrumental in drafting the charge sheet against the BJP government in 2022, before 2022 elections. I was part of the manifesto drafting. I was part of the campaign. I composed 2 songs on my own, and they were released. So after that, I was actively involved. Before 2022, I was in official capacity assisting the then leader of opposition. And after this defection, I was again assisting the CLP leader and LOP in official capacity. So when you are holding any official position, I feel ethically it is not right to politically, become active. But I always used to communicate with the high command, with the other leaders, that whenever I used to feel that things are not going the right way, I used to always communicate. Now what has happened now since last two years almost now, that I am not I am neither there in the official capacity nor I am there in the organization. So I was thinking that okay, something good will happen. A ray of hope came in 2024 Lok Sabha elections when Captain Viriato Fernandez was given the ticket by the Congress despite a very heavyweight congressman trying for that ticket, and he had used all his ways and means to take that ticket, but better sense prevailed, and Captain Viriato was given the ticket, and he won. He won
Who
against
was this person for the benefit of our viewers?
the one and the only loyal congressman of Goa, as per the High Command.
Okay, please
So,
carry on.
so that was the first ray of hope. And after that, the Zilla Panchayat elections demolished the narrative set by the other opposition parties, as well as those who believe in cheerleading in the Congress party. In ZP elections, constituencies like Velim, Benavlim, Nuem, here Congress grassroots workers proposed the candidates. Now, these candidates had strong opposition from all the heavyweight leaders of the Congress, including the MLAs. But despite this, Congress workers stood rock solid, and you know the results. And ZP election results also demolished the narrative of the Aam Aadmi Party that they were the ones who were responsible for giving that landslide lead to the Congress candidate in Benavlim and Velim. Because in ZP, despite Aam Aadmi Party having two MLAs in both these constituencies, the Congress nominees won and won with a thumping margin. So
Except
these
in
gave me a
except
feeling.
in Kolwa, except in Kolwa where the AAP won, it was only
See,
70 votes. It
even
was
in
hardly.
Kolwa, if you add up, sum up the votes of RGP with Congress, Congress would have been through. Now,
That's right.
even there, RGP's fielding candidates selectively.
Hmm.
I have my own doubts on that. Because RGP did not field the candidates everywhere. They did not field the candidate in Girdolim. They did not field the candidates in KP constituency. They fielded only in some select constituencies.
What was the reason according to you? What do you feel?
The reason,
That,
according to me, it is, see, politically, any person who knows politics, even a child who can understand bit of a politics will know it is a setting. And it is a setting with vested interest, not in the interest of the party.
are
Here,
you saying are you saying
individual.
it was a setting done by sections of the Congress itself?
Yes, and those who don't want Congress party to get absolute majority, these are the people who are always harping on having a fractured mandate so that their jackets can turn into blazers or suits, and then they can eventually occupy the chair of the chief minister as a consensus candidate. Because if Congress comes to power with absolute majority, then they know that they are not going to have any chances.
Vishal Bapsi, I mean, during your long journey as a political analyst and observer, you must have noticed these kind of situations in the Congress. This is not new. In fact, sadly for many Congress workers, and what they say is that they have seen this again and again. Your frustration and your strong words seems to suggest that there is something which is a little more than what you've already experienced, or you're experiencing this earlier than the actual elections, because elections are still a few months away. Normally these things are witnessed close to the elections. What really is the X factor which is different from earlier times?
See, the X factor is always people of Goa. Like for me, at least, like for last 10 years, I used to feel that Congress is a party which is following democratic process, and the it's a democratic party, and the party which I believe in is democratic. But nowadays, what has happened is find that this party is hijacked by some third forces, and that is the reason why now there is a this thing of one and only. See,
Hmm.
reappointment of the present president.
Right.
what signal it gives that Congress party doesn't have anybody else? How about taking on board a builder come businessman who was earlier a treasurer and who had abruptly quit his position, appointing him again as a treasurer now? And mind well, other day Mr. Venugopal in the press conference, he said to a media query that the appointment of the new president was done by the national president Mallikarjun Kharge and Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Now, I want to contradict this. The order of the new president along with the treasurer and other working presidents came on 29th of May 2026 on the eve of Goa Statehood Day.
Right.
But if you have your intelligence team, please find out who attended a meeting come dinner on 27th of May 2026 night at a city hotel in Margao, where the Congress observer was present, Congress desk in charge was present, and in his presence, this revelation was made that Goa Pradesh Congress Committee president will be changed, treasurer will be changed, and it will be Girish Chodankar as a president who will come back, and Mr. Datta Damodar Naik will take over as a treasurer. Let Congress High Command deny this.
Vishal Bab, you're making some very important observations. May I ask you, just for one clarification, was this revelation done by Mr. Manikrao Thakre, or was Mr. Manikrao Thakre the recipient of this revelation?
See, I was not part of that dinner, but the information which I have got is this announcement was made in his presence and it became talk of the town next day morning. I got calls from couple of people who were attending that dinner on that day. So my question is the blue-eyed boy so much powerful and so much influential that he decides at a dinner diplomacy in Goa, and then the national president and the leader of opposition follows? This is what troubles me. This is what hurts me, because this is not the democratic way. Even after 2022, when the new president was appointed, I remember Rajani Tai Patil had come to Goa and she had discussed with who's who in the Congress party about the appointment. Okay, they may have decided on Amit Patkar, or they may have decided on making Michael Lobo the opposition leader that time. But a sort of a democratic process was followed, which is absent this time.
Vishal Bab, now I interviewed Manikrao Thakre about a couple of weeks ago, and there, of course, I deep dived into this whole issue of how the change happened and when the change happened. According to him, the decision was taken as way back as October 2025, and when the Congress delegation went there expressing their annoyance and disappointment at this decision, at that point of time, the Congress president said, okay, allowed the decision not to be implemented at that point of time. So Manikrao Thakre's logic, of course, I didn't agree with that logic, was that this decision, since it has already been taken, it is as good as having decided on that decision. Then it was only a matter of time, so there's no need for any fresh disclosure or any discussion to happen. So his viewpoint was that it was basically a decision that was signed and sealed in October and delivered on the 29th or 30th of May 2026. What is your
no? But what is the reason for taking this decision? What made them to arrive at a decision that there should be a change in leadership? Because if you compare the performance of the present president and the past president, the statistics and the data shows that the current Mr. Amit Patkar's team had performed well. They ensured the victory of South Goa candidate against a rich and mighty, very strong BJP candidate.
right?
The ZP election count winning candidates went up from 4 to 10. He had a perfect gelling, according to me, with the Goa Forward Party, who is the alliance partner of the Congress. So what went wrong? And what was this urgency or what made this decision? And that too, right when we are just 6 months away from the
Elections.
assembly poll.
Could be less than that also. So,
Yeah.
Vishal, one more issue that you flagged, which has kind of piqued my attention, and you kind of referred to RSS ideological sleeper cells within the Goa Congress unit. Can you kind of stress on that a little bit more? What exactly was your feeling when you mentioned?
Mr. Gupta, it compels me to, arrive at that sort of a conclusion that is Congress party in Goa now hijacked by RSS or BJP sleeper cells? The first example is Sankalp Amonkar. If you remember, when Digambar Kamath defected, and after that Manohar Parrikar was interviewed by a local channel, and he was asked a question, in politics, what is that one incident which hurt you the most? And he said, Digambar Kamath defecting. That was Mr. Manohar Parrikar that time.
That's correct. That's correct.
Recently, Girish Chodankar was interviewed by one channel, and there he said that one thing which has hurt him the most is Sankalp Amonkar defecting from the Congress party. Fair enough. Sankalp is a good friend of mine. Sankalp worked very, very effectively when he was in NSUI or Youth Congress. But when he defected, and see, he was given tickets 3 times. 2 times he lost. Third time when he contested in 2022, Rahul Gandhi came all the way from Delhi, campaigned door to door, and finally got elected. But when he got elected, he defected. And after defection, he attended a RSS rally in Panjim. And on camera, he admitted that I was associated with RSS or Vishwa Hindu Parishad or AVBP right from my childhood, right from my school days. What does this mean? Was the leadership not aware of his roots? This is my question.
Absolutely.
Number 2, after that, we got 11. Michael Lobo was selected as the leader of opposition. When Michael Lobo took over, his OSD was a hardcore RSS ideologue
Called?
Mr. Mayuresh Kaute. This is on official records. Now, why the so-called loyalists did not speak up that time? I had brought it to the notice of all the people, all the top leaders of the Congress party in Goa, as well as some of them in Delhi. But why did they keep quiet? Recently, when the spokesperson team is appointed by the new president now, one of them had put an post on the social media on the Jayanti of Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. So what message you are trying to give?
For the benefit of our viewers. I know the name, but you can name him.
Yeah, Mr. Mamre.
Yes.
No, these allegations I am not putting or these are not fabricated stories. These are the points which are there in public domain. Tomorrow, if you find who was the OSD of Mr. Michael Lobo when he was the leader of opposition, you'll come to know. Now, I don't blame Michael Lobo for it. I don't blame Mr. Mamre for it. I am not blaming Sankalp Amonkar for it. It is the duty and responsibility of the Congress party to check the credentials of at least those to whom you are giving tickets and to whom you are appointing in important positions of the party. And am I wrong in expecting this as a loyal congressman?
No, Vishal, you're not. Okay, now I'll move to another aspect. Very important, very strong words. Your letter also speaks, Vishal Baba, about accountability, and you said that Congress has seen repeated collapse, defections, organizational failures. Who, according to you, must be held accountable? The MLAs who left, the state leadership, or the AICC leadership?
See, Mr. Gupta, you are there in Goa for quite a long time, and there is a saying in Kokani, "Be tashe baat." But जे तू whatever you sow, you reap. So whatever you plant, you are going to get, no? So that is what I'm trying to tell you, that if you start getting imported candidates only with the this thing of their financial strength, how can you expect them to remain loyal to your party?
Absolutely, yes, that's true. Let's come to one straight and a very blunt question. And I know somebody like you will gladly respond to it. And the blunt question here is, what was the real reason why this new leadership in the Congress was brought in 6 months before? There are repeated voices being heard amongst a lot of people that this shift had less to do with wanting to win, but more to do with other reasons. According to you, what are the other reasons?
See, now today I have posted on social media. Yesterday, the president had made a statement in reaction to the allegations which were made by one of the Congress this. And what he said that in Valpoi, there was no survey done during 2022 elections, because he said that there were some categorization of constituencies A, B, and C, and Valpoi did not fall in A and B, and that's why the survey was not done. Second thing, he said that that particular lady candidate, the Valpoi candidate Manisha Usgaonkar, was recommended by a police officer. Now my question is, which, if you have not done the survey, then who categorized these constituencies into A, B, and C?
That's right.
Because as a loyal congressman, I need to know. Number two, who advised you not to conduct the surveys? Because Valpoi, if you remember, a new-born regional party, RG, Manoj Parab, polled almost around 6,000 votes there.
More than that,
So
actually.
it is not that Valpoi is something where you can't this.
Correct.
So why the survey was not conducted? And the very fact that you are accepting the recommendations of police officers, now the party president should reveal which police officer recommended him the candidate, and whether this was a single case or there were similar more cases.
Also, it is rather strange that candidates are being selected on police officers' recommendations. Where is the connection? That itself
So
is
this
strange.
is what disturbs me. This is what disturbs me. And this is what I have tried to express in my letter to Mr. Venugopal.
The other question that I have for you is, recently the same lady in question, Manisha, in a recent interview to a channel, has spoken out and made some very controversial but yet very serious remarks about monetary monetary demands made from her for the ticket to be ultimately given. Now, you must have obviously seen this interview or read about it or whatever. What is your reaction or your immediate take on this kind of an allegation that
I
money
am
was
not
asked for?
convinced with the clarification which is given by the president. I feel that he should have spoken in detail about it. At one place, he admits that she was recommended by a police officer.
Right.
Then again, he says that 10 lakhs is too much of an amount. If she had said something in thousands or lakh of rupees, still I would have understood. So it is for a journalist like you to seek more clarification on that from him, because I was not party to that.
Obviously, to that
Yeah.
privy to that confirmation or whatever. No, the reason why I asked you is not just on the genuineness of the facts or what the amounts were and so on and so forth. But do you see this as an isolated case or a part of the overall narrative
See,
that one is
Mr.
hearing these
Sujay
days?
Gupta, please try
Uh,
to understand one thing. A
hmm,
question was put across to Mr. Venugopal
hmm,
by the media that about some allegations leveled by a sitting member of parliament, Congress member of parliament
in
from
Tamil
Tamil
Nadu.
Nadu,
That's
Jyoti
right.
Mani,
That's right.
on some irregularities in ticket distribution in Tamil Nadu elections, where the current Goa Pradesh Congress Committee president is the in charge.
Hmm.
To which the reply given by Mr. Venugopal was that Mr. Chodankar is a gem of a person, is a gem of a honest person. Agreed. But if that is the case, then what action you have taken against Jyotimani? Have you
Right.
taken any disciplinary action against the member of parliament who has leveled these allegations? This
Correct.
is my
Correct.
question. If
Okay. Now, yeah. Please carry on. Please complete your point.
if
Yes.
if the allegations or the charges leveled by that particular MP are not correct, then why she has not been served a show cause notice? Why disciplinary action is not taken against her? This is my question.
Right. Very valid. Also, now let's look at the future. There are two things that have happened. One is, of course, the state that the grassroots workers in, because the grassroots workers also feel that there is some amount of alienation that could have happened. But there is an other side which says no, all the grassroots workers or many of the grassroots workers, they are loyal to the party, not necessarily loyal to one leader, and they will gravitate towards whoever the official leadership is because their loyalty is again to the party. Do you feel that is the case, or that may not be the case, where workers these days uh, may not be blindly loyal to the party if they feel that the party is not working for them? Or do you feel that everybody will gravitate towards the symbol rather than
See,
the leader?
last
Hmm,
1 month, if you see,
hmm.
the current leadership will say that people are joining the party. But
That's
who
right.
are
Yes.
joining the party? But who are
Hmm,
joining the party? The people who had deserted the Congress party before 2022 election because they were not given the Congress tickets, or the habitual hoppers, they are joining the party. And who are leaving the party? The loyalists who remained committed, dedicated to the Congress party for last 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Today, Mr. John Nazareth, he has resigned as a Santa Cruz block president. So this needs to be seen by the Congress High Command. It is not
also,
that you are going to import. See what happened in Girdolim constituency during the Zilla Panchayat election. Girdolim falls in the constituency of the leader of opposition.
that's right.
He did not had a loyal congressman from the ST community to field as a ZP candidate there, and he imported the husband of a sitting Zilla Panchayat chairperson of the BJP, gave him the ticket, and managed to get him elected. But what happened during the election of the chairperson of Zilla Panchayat? From where the BJP chairperson got 16 votes.
That's right. That's right.
So this is what happens. When you parachute the people at the last moment, this is going to happen. And then you blame BJP, then you blame Aam Aadmi Party, then you blame RGP. Now see, now they are talking about alliance. Other day, Aam Aadmi Party president, the state president, showed his willingness that we want to have an alliance with the Congress.
Congress. Yes.
And the Congress president, Mr. Chodankar, welcomed it. By doing that, he has created a vertical split in Velim and Banavlim. Where our hardcore congressmen are going to go now? Those who ensured the defeat of the Aam Aadmi Party candidate in the ZP elections and ensured the victory of the Congress candidate, what this Congress leadership wants them to do now? This is my
That
question.
ti- that ties up with one of the points in your letter where you said there should be a clear roadmap for Veli and Benoli.
Correct, correct.
Hmm.
And I am giving Velim and Belavlim as examples. The same formula can be applicable Elsewhere in the state also. See what people want. People want that guarantee. Tomorrow you are going to import candidates, parachute the candidates, and then tell people to vote for them. People are not going to vote. These
Finally, as
Congress,
we close down, yeah.
yeah,
Sorry,
continue.
Vishal. Please, okay. See, before we end, Vishal Bab, now we have to discuss the emergence of a new party which is supposed to be registered or which is trying to get registered. And of course, they right now officially the party consists of people from Belsau, and they have formed it. The Mr. Amit Patkar has officially quote unquote distanced himself from it. Nobody is kind of officially claiming to be associated with that party. According to you, there are two questions. One is the legitimacy of a party formation like this. Secondly, what does it mean in the sense that will it end up splitting votes, or was it a need of the hour because of the condition in which the original Congress is? Is it a serious formation? And could it also have BJP links? These are 4 or 5 strands of thought that are there in the public space. If you could just put it together, I'll be grateful.
See, if I look at it, and if if it is a fact that it is formed by somebody who are a loyal congressmen who are unhappy, then I feel that is a blessing in disguise for the Congress loyalists in Goa, because Congress loyalists in Goa don't want to go to AAP, they don't want to go to RGP, they don't want to go to any other party. Goa Forward Party is a natural ally of the Congress Party. So at the most, they may this thing with Goa Forward, but not this AAP and RGP and all. So if tomorrow this new party comes to the emerges, and if they show, or their office bearers tomorrow project themselves as the loyalists, then
Right.
I think people will this, because what has happened, Congress has done enough experimentations. Now last elections, I was the in charge for that particular, although I was personally against it, that
Mhm.
pledge what they had taken, and
That's right.
filing of affidavits where Mr.
Correct.
Rahul Gandhi had come. Now you tell me, where are these affidavits gone now?
Absolutely. Correct.
Where are
Absolutely.
those
That's a very valid
affidavits?
question.
Then you went to the Bambalim Cross, you went to Mahalakshmi Temple, you went to a Dargah. So you have crossed all your limits, and still Congress could not stop defectors. And there you cannot blame them, because these are the people who were imported at the last moment by the Congress
That's right.
leadership.
Yeah. Hmm.
So you have no business in blaming BJP or MGP or others. It is you. And second thing, what lessons the Congress party learned in last 4 years now, 4.5 years?
Right.
Today, there is a complaint filed by one NGO against some IDC plot scam. I think they have gone to the High Court, or they are going to file a petition in the High Court. Now we have a Congress MLA, leader of opposition,
Hmm.
who is the chairman of the Public Undertaking Committee. And under Public Undertaking Committee, there are the IDC comes under the domain of Public Undertaking Committee. Now, if a NGO can find out these irregularities, how many reports the Public Undertaking Committee has filed till today?
Right. Right.
So you people have enjoyed the privileges and done except playing to the galleries, posting on social media. On ground, you stand completely idle.
Okay. As we wind up this interview, this one final question, Vishal Bab. Where do we go from here? Do you see any possibility or any ray of hope of a massive course correction based on what people like you have said? Is there a possibility of a course
See, I
correction of
have a
everybody
hope
coming together?
going by. I have a hope going by what happened in Tamil Nadu. Sorry,
Hmm.
in Kerala.
In Kerala, yes.
After the recent assembly elections, this
Hmm.
is what I have learned in the papers. One of the strong contenders for the chief ministership was Mr. K.C. Venugopal himself.
That's right.
But
That's
what
right.
I have heard is Congress High Command did not agree to it, and they chose the current chief minister as a because there was a demand from the
From the
people.
workers, yes. They chose Mr. Satisan because he was a People's Congress workers' choice. Yes.
He was a Congress workers' choice. I hope the same formula will be applicable to Goa. Congress High Command will realize their mistake, listen to the voices of the Congress grassroots workers, and take corrective steps. That is the only hope what I am having.
So what you're saying, this has to be done pre-election because there is no guarantee of Congress winning the election. This is a pre-election demand rather than a post-election.
No, you say that Congress is there is no guarantee of Congress. Means it's your opinion. Right now,
My
Congress can't
opinion
win.
is, my opinion is in the current situation with this factionalism and this, the feedback from the workers is Congress cannot win the election at this point of time.
Correct.
So you are saying this course correction has to
Yeah,
happen
but
before.
and one more thing, Mr. Gupta, I'll just take a couple of minutes. Now, see the absolute lack of coordination. The day Mr. Girish Chodankar took over, what was his statement to the media? That Goan should give Congress 21 seats.
Right.
That is wafer thin majority. Correct? On the other hand, opposition leader says 27 mein 27.
Correct. Yes.
Now, the Congress legislator party leader and the Congress president are not in sync. How can you expect people to be with you and how can you expect people to believe in you? Mr. Venugopal came. Here you talk of Goa Forward Party, say that he is our pre-poll ally, Rahul Gandhi stitched that alliance. And Mr. Venugopal doesn't have a courtesy of at least calling Mr. Vijay Sardesai as a courtesy call. So what message you are, and you are meeting whom? I had challenged the Congress party to release the names of the who met Mr. Venugopal. Now I have confirmed. The scheduled tribe cell chairman, Ramakrishna Jalmi, his name was not there in the list of the Congress functionaries who met Mr. K.C. Venugopal. Now I am taking the name of only Mr. Ramakrishna Jalmi because Goa, today we are debating on 4 constituencies getting reserved for scheduled tribes. And in such a scenario, when the Congress party has to focus on developing the ST community and the ST cell in Goa, the chairman of the ST cell, this is what I have learned, was not granted an audience with Mr. K.C. Venugopal. What is the message Congress party wants to give?
Right. We are running out of time, Vishal Bab. This has been an absolutely riveting interview. I saw and noticed a lot of pain, lot of hurt, not necessarily anger. But the point here is that the message is very clear that if the Congress does not course correct itself and reset itself, then changes will happen, and then a different direction of the Congress may take place. And then we don't know. Then the result is there for all to see. But thank you very much for taking your time off and as a loyal congressman making an effort to at least make your voice heard for the benefit of the party. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. Thank you very much.